Every piece I make, it's art, It's art for me, and people like it. It's not just anything that thrown together.
Yeah, I used to go into his shop and just um, work on some, just watch him sometimes.
I feel proud, I did learn a lot from him too.
He has some kind of confidence, a euphoria of confidence within him.
Jake Livingston Sr. Well, I'm a Kiani, and then my father, he was a Zuni, so I'm half Zuni and half Navajo.
Jacob Livingston Sr., commonly known as Jake, is a renowned silversmith whose work is highly regarded wherever he goes.
Well, when I was growing up, around 6, 7 years old, my dad and my mom, they were doing silver work, but it's not as they know how to put it together and stuff like that. So I went in there, I look at them, and then that's how I got it.
The knowledge Jake gained from his parents during his younger years was much appreciated as he transitioned into adulthood.
I'm proud of him that he taught us all the family. He taught us, every one of us, in how you gonna be doing this when later on in life. But at that time, I just overlook. But I know how to put it together, and that's how my mom and my father did. I'm proud of them.
Jake finished his formal education after studying at Wingate High School and graduated from Winter Rock High School in spring of 1966.
Right after my high school year, I didn't know where to go. I just ended up in Gallup, and all my friends, they enlisted in the service, and then about 6 months later, they came back with the uniform. Why don't you join there? So that's how I did. I joined the Marine Corps.
Later, silversmithing would help save Jake from the experiences he was soon to endure. In Vietnam, it was only a few months before he was wounded.
When they got there, they sent you out they sent you up at the listening post, at nighttime, and you go out there maybe four guys, and they go about 500 yards so there, and then you go out there with no flashlight, you just listen out there. If somebody coming in, you tell them you just got the radio. So, and then all of a sudden this motor round coming in, and the shrapnel wound that when they exploded on the ground, they go all direction. There was bomb, and then one got on my knee, and it happened so fast that I thought something just hit me a little bit, but when I went like this, there was blood coming out of my leg. So we put some bandage on and took care of it. And that was my first wound, nighttime by the mortar round.
That mortar round on that dark night wouldn't be the only attack to cause him concern.
Oh, maybe 6 months my tour in Vietnam, was, a lot of guys, they don't want to walk ahead of, you walk about 15 feet, walking the trail, so I was the point man ahead. So, and then we were going up the hill, on top of the hill, and then I guess they plant those booby trap. So I guess I step on it, and then I kind of go step over because I was carrying my bag. So it kind of went off in the back of me. So, and then I cut my leg on my right side, and flipped way up, and then when I flipped up on the air, and then landed back on the ground. So, and then all this, my whole right, the trouser and stuff, they were all bloody, you know, and then some on my back, and then was in the hospital for maybe 2-3 months.
2 Purple Hearts wasn't enough to get Jake out of Vietnam.
They sent me back out there. Spent another, that's when the last wound I got, about 11th month. We were out on the patrol again, up in the jungle. There's a lot of trees and stuff, you don't know which shit, you know. So we were up in there, and then our own plane, they were dropping bombs, and one of them got those straps from a wound on my arm, right, it was on the side of my left arm.
Jake was quickly helped, and he was soon on a ship back to Hawaii.
Well, over there, you just, it's the war. It's just, you got to be out in the field, on the battlefield all the time, and you be jumpy all the time, and if there's some shot going off, you drop, or it's but it's some movies, it's almost the same, but they're all brothers and good friends out there. They all say, okay, we'll see you back in the state. There was I'm going home next month, and they have their positive thinking, they're gonna get out, and then some they do, but you just have to be tough out there, and then do your time, as long as you sign that paper, that's it. Serve your country, and when you get out, you're proud. They appreciate you, especially the elders. They'll appreciate what you did for them over there,
Before joining the military, Jake found himself with nowhere to go. He found little had changed once he returned.
Well, when I got out of the service, and I didn't have no job, and then I just came out, and then I applied for all kinds in here and there for a job, but they say you got to have experience, and then, but Navajo police, they took me right away.
While training to be a police officer, Jake would meet one of the most influential people in his life, his wife, Irene.
I guess they sent her over there to be a cook, and then I went over there for police training. And after that, we met here and there. After she got her training and got my training, I went back to work for police, and then all of a sudden I saw her over there at the police station as cook too.
The two married in 1974, and the years following, experiences in Vietnam hit Jake hard.
I was, my head was not there, I keep going off and on and drink here and there, so, and then after that, I quit that job again because I couldn't handle it, so.
With the help of his wife, Jake dealt with post-traumatic stress disorder and transitioned into everyday life as a veteran.
He was the type that just didn't want to say anything about it in the past for so many years, because he tells he just don't want to be reminded. So I'm sure he went through a lot, and then we got help for him with my parents' help, You know, he had this traditional doing, you know, for him coming back and to, you know, to have, they call it a squaw dance. We had that several times for him in order for him to kind of get out of it.
So when you get back over here, you know, you don't sleep. You know, all you need is 2-3 hours of sleep, and you're up again. Yeah, and then you kind of get to your head. I guess you think about it over there, and then you know, some people, a lot of servicemen, you know, you get to their head so much, and they just drink, you know. But for me, I did a little bit ceremonial when I met my wife. You know, I was on that road for a while, but she got me out of it. You know.
He was the father of my children. You know, I didn't want to see him out there on the street. So, you know, I know how to talk to him.
The couple eventually left their jobs to pursue silversmithing together.
After I didn't had that job, and I started doing my silver work, you know, at that time, it was about 1974, around there. You can just make anything and then take it to Gallup, and then you can sell it, you know. So that interests me real good.
Jake's work almost immediately received positive recognition.
Just like I said years back before, there was a man named Gibson Nancy. He's the one that really inspired me to go. Let's go this way. Your work is too good, you know. Selling around here. Let's go on the road. And then that's the way my wife is, you know. You can't sell around there, or we can't sell around there. Let's go on the road and sell, or go to shows. You know, that's how she always talked like that, you know. On my stamp, it has her name, J.I. Livingston. I is her Irene, my Jake, you know. So she tell him, you got to do this. You go this route or this route, you know. She's the boss, and
both coming from silversmithing heritage, the duo was up to the task of living the life of silversmiths.
And it takes a lot of self-determination and self-discipline to succeed as a silversmith, because you're not on the clock. Your time is it's sporadic.
As the son of a Zuni father and Navajo mother, Jake was destined to create a unique style of silverwork.
Yes, Jake's work exhibits both. You know, he's got the like, I don't know if you've seen some of his rings where he does that. He kind of paints little birds like hummingbirds or blue jays with different color stones. That's very unique to Zuni work. And then he does like cluster work with stones, that's more Navajo, you know. So I see an influence in his work of both Zuni and Navajo.
well, to me, like on my art, you know, there's not very many people. If you only have art in Navajo, you know, there's a lot of artists, Navajo artists, and then there's a lot of Zuni artists, only Zuni art, you know. But mine's a combination, you know.
Many artists, jewelry artists, they have their own styles that they kind of discovered or have become accustomed with. And his style is pretty unique, and that, like, when I see his work, you know, I know it's a Jake piece, you know. And he's got a style that's pretty distinctive that makes him different from the rest, you know.
The unique new style Jake started to call his own was just one of many reasons he won Artist of the Year in 1988.
And a lot of their pieces are unique, one of a kind, and they take a long time to make.
Recently, many pieces are emulating Jake's style, coming from a source close to home.
You know, when they're growing up, you know, you're really energized and you wanted to teach them here and there, But when you kind of get older, and then they get older too, and they're supposed to come back, but just one coming back, that his name is Jay.
J. Jacob Livingston Jr. is one of Jake and Irene's children. He has shown the most interest and promise in making silverwork a family tradition.
At one point, Jacob was sharing with his father a booth, And then after, I guess, he started learning the ropes, you could say, he kind of ventured out on his own. Now, when I see him at shows, they have separate booths. And he's learning how to market his own work and make a name for himself.
Yeah, I used to go into his shop and just work on some, just watch him sometimes, or then I see something there that I like, I try to make it, and then that's where eventually it start picking up for me.
In carrying on the Livingston name, legacy, and workmanship, Jay's work means more to his parents than he knows.
Oh, it makes me feel proud, very proud. I'm very happy for him. I always encourage him. I would like my own kids, to carry on their dad's work. And that's what I like, that's what I want for him, especially him, he's always around.
Jake's not sure he'll ever completely give up silversmithing, but knows he's done well for his family.
You learn it from the top artists, and just like your father or parent, you carry on. And he's glad that sometimes, just like you say, he asks questions, here's how to make it and stuff, I like him to carry on my work, being the family. Like later on, when I retire, he takes all the tools, I guess. He takes all what I'm working, I'll just leave it here. Here it is. Go for it. Here's the rope, you can just use it anytime. Yep. That's the work, you can do whatever you want. If you have the art in your head, you can do it.
Just work at it, and nothing's easy. Nothing comes easy. You just got to put a lot of hard work in that, and just from there, just put all your time into it and your soul, and eventually you'll get it.
I'll say he accomplished a lot of good stuff in life. So now we're at this age, so we'll try to pass it on to our kids if they want to carry on. I'm sure they can do it.
Well, I guess you just have to work at it, Just go to your shop, and then you have to upgrade yourself and then draw whatever you want, Like if you see something, I guess you're gifted. Maybe that's why, maybe I'm gifted, If I think about it, then I can make it, You have a positive thinking toward what you're going to make, and you keep working on it, And then you'll come out, Is that me that I make it just like this bowler right here, Who else to make that? Like not there, just me, I guess. So that's it.